Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 25 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, titled The Seer Overheard. This chapter is all about discoveries, eavesdropping, and a shocking revelation that deepens the mystery around Hogwarts' most secretive professor, Severus Snape. The chapter begins in the Gryffindor common room where Harry is surrounded by Ron and Hermione. They're all buzzing with curiosity about Malfoy's suspicious activities. Hermione insists Harry doesn't have proof, while Ron is more open to the idea that Malfoy is up to something dark. The conversation circles around, but Harry remains determined. He's convinced Draco is plotting something sinister with Voldemort. Harry's Quidditch team is still riding the wave of success after their recent victory. However, he notices Ron and Hermione are distracted, Hermione by her jealousy over Ron's continued relationship with Lavender Brown, and Ron by his awkwardness whenever Lavender clings to him. The tension between the trio remains thick, though Harry tries to keep them focused on bigger issues. Soon, Harry heads for one of his routine lessons with Dumbledore. This time, Dumbledore shares more about Voldemort's past. The memory they view shows Tom Riddle during his time at Hogwarts. But instead of focusing solely on Voldemort, the chapter shifts toward another thread, the prophecy and Professor Trelawney. While returning from the Room of Requirement, Harry unexpectedly encounters Professor Trelawney. She's muttering to herself, carrying her sherry bottle, and seems extremely anxious. She explains that she's been having trouble finding a place to hide her bottles, since the Room of Requirement doesn't seem to accommodate her anymore. Harry, curious, asks her about the prophecy she made years ago, the one that determined his fate. Trelawney admits she doesn't remember making it. But just as she speaks, she recalls something disturbing. Trelawney tells Harry that on the night she made the prophecy in the Hog's Head, someone was listening. She remembers being thrown out of the inn afterward, but before that, she sensed an intruder. When Harry presses, she recalls it was Severus Snape who overheard her prophecy. This revelation stuns Harry. It dawns on him that Snape was the one who delivered the partial prophecy to Voldemort. And by doing so, Snape set in motion the events that led to Voldemort targeting the Potters, and ultimately, Harry becoming the chosen one. Harry is overwhelmed with fury. His hatred for Snape intensifies, especially since Snape's betrayal indirectly caused the death of his parents. He storms to Dumbledore's office with this revelation, desperate to confront him. But before he can, the chapter ends with Harry realizing how much deeper and more dangerous the threads of fate have become. This chapter builds suspense and personal tension. It shows how the past continues to affect Harry's present, and it raises the question of Snape's true loyalties. Key moments in the chapter include Harry, Ron, and Hermione debate Draco Malfoy's suspicious activities. Trelawney wanders the corridors, distressed and muttering about sherry bottles. Harry questions her about the prophecy. Trelawney recalls that Snape overheard the prophecy and passed it to Voldemort. Harry realizes Snape is directly connected to his parents' deaths. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, this revelation about Snape overhearing the prophecy is crucial and directly told by Trelawney to Harry. The Half-Blood Prince movie completely skips this moment, leaving out a major piece of backstory in Harry's emotional reaction. Trelawney herself barely appears in the film, while in the book, her role is pivotal in this chapter. That wraps up Chapter 25, The Seer Overheard. This chapter is vital because it connects the past prophecy to Snape, intensifying Harry's mistrust and hatred toward him. What do you think? Was Snape's betrayal unforgivable, or was he caught in a web larger than himself? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 26.